Sri Lanka's economic turmoil has become a full-blown political crisis and humanitarian emergency. The government default on its debt in May for the first time in its history. After years of economic mismanagement that has enriched a small number of elites and emptied the public coffers. Since then, protesters have driven President Gotabaya Rajapaksa from power, demanding an end to the corruption and misgovernance that has left millions of people facing acute shortage of food, fuel, and medicine. Sri Lanka Prime Minister has told the country's military to do whatever is necessary to restore order after protesters stormed his office. A state of emergency was declared after President Gotabaya Rajapaksa fled the country, following months of mass protests over the island economic crisis. Protests started in the capital Colombo in April and spread across the country. People have been struggling with daily power cuts and shortage of basics such as fuel, food, and medicine. Inflation is running at more than 15%. The country doesn't have enough fuel for essential services like bus, trains, and medical vessels. And officials say it doesn't have enough foreign currency to import more. The lack of fuel has caused petrol and diesel prices to rise dramatically. In late June, the government banned the sale of petrol and diesel for non-essential vehicles for 2 weeks. Sales of fuel remain severely restricted. Schools have closed and people have been asked to work from home or WFH to help conserve supplies. Sri Lanka is unable to buy the goods it needs from abroad, and in May it failed to make an interest payment on its foreign debt. For the first time in its history, failure to pay debt interest can damage a country's reputation with investors, making it harder for it to borrow the money it needs. An analysis for me, the president's departure threatens a potential power vacuum in Sri Lanka. It needs a functioning government to tackle the financial crisis. The country owes more than $51 billion to foreign lenders, including $6.5 billion to China, which has begun discussions about restructuring its loans due to financial management that is not managed properly. The government, which caused the country of Sri Lanka to be in a state of crisis. The government blamed the COVID pandemic, which badly affected Sri Lanka's tourist trade, one of its biggest foreign currency earners. It also says tourists were frightened by the series of deadly bomb attacks in 2019. It means its income from export to other countries remained low, while the bill for import keep growing. When Sri Lanka's foreign currency shortage became a serious problem in early 2021, the government tried to limit them by banning imports of chemical fertilizers.